Hey guys, sorry I haven't posted in a while. It's been kind of crazy lately. So you might have noticed this YouTube took down my videos, all of them. Kind of surprised me. It was apparently there was a lot of copyrighted material on the videos. You might remember that my intro used to be this video of Mr. Bean dancing to I believe he was dancing to Chumbawamba music, but he was dancing, and that was my intro. I thought that was my intro, um, but what happened was actually, so on the Valentine's Day special I did, in February last month, it was I ended with a scene from Casablanca, where Rick tells the girl that the problems of two people don't amount to a hill of beans. And I like that quote. I've always heard that quote. I'm a big fan of the movie, and I'm a big fan of beans, and so I thought it would be a fun way to end the special. Um, but I guess what happened was Universal or uh, whoever Hollywood flagged my video, and when they were investigating the copyright use of Casablanca, they saw the intro of Mr. Bean, and they reported that as well. And since that was on all of my videos, YouTube, instead of just taking down the concept, they took down the whole channel. Um, so I had to start this new channel up, which is tough. But I want to give you guys a lot of the same stuff that you seem to like. We had a good community growing, and I'm really sad to see that get taken away. But I think that we can build it back up again with Beanstalk. I kind of look at this as a blank slate for us and for the program. Um, when life gives you lemonade, um, uh, if you maybe this is your first time watching Beanstalk, and if so, welcome to Beanstalk. This is the only weekly online vlog dedicated primarily to bean finance and bean investing, um, which is crazy to me because it's such a big topic right now, and it's kind of growing online, and no one seems to be discussing it. Um, a lot of my friends know friends and family know I'm an investor, and they'll come to me and they'll go, yeah, "Oh, so what crypto do you invest in, or do you recommend me some stocks?" And I tell them like, what it's money's in the beans. Money's in the beans is where the money is. So uh, I don't mess around with that stuff. I don't think the beans are just, I understand them. So I want to help you understand them. So what we're going to be covering in this show, um, we're doing a lot of stuff about talking about how to read the markets and kind of informing you guys and myself on the market as it develops. Hmm. And I'm also going to be sharing some investing tips so you can go beyond just knowing what the marketplace is like, and kind of knowing how to interact with it and how to properly, get yourself in the bean world. And I also am gonna try to get more reviews of beans in terms of not just their monetary value, but like their quality. And I'm gonna try to find some good local beaneries and try to find some like the craft beans around town and kind of share with you guys so you can see the culinary side of the finance world, which is something that people don't really pause to think about, especially a lot of bean financiers. Um, so intro to what bean finance is. Maybe you don't even know. I mean, you don't even know what it is. Bean finance is what it sounds like. It's the global economy connected to beans and the development of beans, I like to say that it's a sprouting marketplace because it's always changing. You get something like oil or coal, and that just stays the same in the ground forever. But with beans, they're always changing and evolving and adapting, and so every day is like a new marketplace. If you look at it that way, it's kind of I think it's a very interesting, it's a very exciting marketplace because always it's very volatile is what I will say about that. But and the people say that's a bad thing, but I think you're going to see that's really um, a huge positive. Um, so actually, there's history on bean finance. People think it's a new thing, we've tracking beans, but it's actually one of the oldest professions, and it's not the oldest, but it's one of them. So it's we've been doing this a long time. Ever since we started civilization and agriculture, we've been growing beans, and so beans have been vital to society. Um, in fact, I'm actually currently living in Boston, which you might know is has the name Beantown, um, and that's part of the reason. That's actually, I mean, it's actually the pretty much the whole reason I moved here was for the beans. Um, and people think that the Beantown name came from the baked beans that Boston is so well known for. They're very common across the world. Boston baked beans are, but actually the name Beantown comes because it was Boston was a major trading port back in the colonial days, and I guess it still is, but back then especially when England made their colonies in America, they would ship a lot of things to Boston to be distributed throughout New England. Um, and one of the main things came through was beans because you can just get a lot of them in, and they're good for every situation. So there was a lot of beans coming in from Europe, all across Spanish beans, French beans, and English beans, to name just three. Um, and there's actually also a lot of beans coming from Africa, which we don't really discuss. That and so I do want to kind of I want to delve into the historical aspect more of beans. Oh, and beans came from the Caribbean, which actually this was actually something I learned recently. Um, if you look at the last four letters of Caribbean, it actually spells bean, which is something interesting to me, and that came because a lot of the early farms on the Caribbean islands were they were bean farms. So that's actually where its name came from. And so those Caribbean beans, the bean beans, they would come up to Boston, and they actually didn't start baking the beans until um, it was like the 1790s or so. They started baking the beans, I think. I might have those dates wrong. Just because there was a surplus of there was a excess beans, and so they would just bake them in a pot to do something with them. That's where the name Beantown comes from. So hopefully we can kind of explore more historical stories like that on this channel. Um, one thing I do want to address. This is an issue that's been plaguing the bean finance community really for a lot of years now. That's something I wish I was told when I started investing and kind of researching the market. Since it is such a long-standing trade, there's a lot of traders and investors who are kind of old school, and they still. I mean, this is outdated. This is really outdated. They still they refer to themselves as beaners, um, and so I mean that's their words, not mine. Is something that we're trying to move away from, but it's just unfortunate. It's outdated. It's unfortunate, is what it is. So that was something that really kind of threw me off on my early days, and I don't want that to throw you off because you read through a forum and someone will say something about beaners, and uh, just know that they're talking. Just know that they're likely talking about be investors. I would hope so. If not, then I would just don't go on those forums, because you don't want negativity is actually bad for the beans. So, yeah. So I guess that's it for this video. This is kind of an intro. I know we didn't cover a whole lot in terms of actual investing, but I just kind of want the ball rolling on this new project. So I hope you're all as excited for this channel as I am. I'm really looking forward to getting started again and kind of getting a fresh start on the bean financing. So, if you could if you could like this video and subscribe if you want to get more bean news. And in the comments, if you could put kind of beans you want me to talk about, or kind of investment I'm talking about, just think topics we need to cover. I can't promise to get to them in the next video because I have some plans on that already, but just drop them down there and I'll make sure to cover that in future videos. So until next time, keep being, and if you could throw a catchphrase in the comment section, that'd be. I don't have one yet. That's not copyrighted, so I don't want to run that risk again. Anyway, yeah. So thanks guys. Looking forward to seeing you next week, and have fun with your beans. All right, just have fun with the beans for me, okay?